So, hi. Bin wieder da. Gerade mal hier nochmal ein bisschen umdisponieren. Habe ja noch ein bisschen was zu essen. Also ich, falls gleich mal das Zwischenweekend kommt und ich mal nicht vorlesen muss, noch snacken kann. Ich speichere auf jeden Fall mal und bin jetzt sehr gespannt, was jetzt kommt. Ihr wartet jetzt eigentlich eine riesige, richtig geile, komplett vertonte Story-Sequenz. An invitation to the Pantagruel and from General Rean no less. Seems Muse has been planning for this all along. Yeah, sounds like it's a bigger deal than I'd imagined. We'll have to make sure we all stay on our toes. Sure, but just one thing, Rean. So I imagine you already know what I'm thinking. You mean about Muse, right? I'm her instructor after all. No matter how much she knows, she's still only 16. We'll need to keep an eye out for her. That goes without saying. I've charted the course to our destination. We can leave at any time, so just let me know when you want to depart. Das ist mein Ziel, Gaius. Head to destination. Our designated meeting point is a buffer airspace above the borders of Albonia, Calvert, and Liberl. I've already charted our course. Should we depart and rendezvous with the Pantagruel? Depart. Understood. I call everyone together then. Got it, thanks. Oh, ich excited, ey. Once Class 7 and the rest of the crew had each finished up their remaining affairs, the Merkaba van began to make its way toward the designated meeting point. 12:30 Uhr Nachmittag. Da unten. Ah, das sind also die Logos von den anderen. Der gut, Liberal würde man kennen, aber Calvert ist mir neu. Neutral airspace over the Albonia, Liberal, Calvert border. Das ist die Pentagruel. Hoho. Kalt, schade. Merkaba number 8. This is Pentagruel speaking. Your ship is now permitted to dock. Please follow the beacon. Understood. Initiating automated boarding. Wow, we really are over this three-way border, if only just barely. The non-intervention zone should span the entire surrounding area, supposedly. Not much chance for interference when you're straddling three entire countries, huh? Yep. Plus, it's of the invasion route into the Republic. It makes for a pretty effective blind spot. But did we really have to go all the way here just to find out what Middle Mirage is about? They're here. Enter the frontrunners. Ah, Pentagruel Landing Craft. Da sind ja vermutlich hier Rean und so drin, die noch irgendjemanden geholt haben. Oh. Das sieht interessant aus. A certain country's latest model of a gunship, VST-110 Type Aviator. Vermuten mal Calvert? Scout ship from the Pentagruel and more from the northeast and south. The northeast and south? Could it be? That makes the origins clear, geographically speaking. But in that case, the ship coming from the east must be a new state-of-the-art military gunship from the Republic, courtesy of the Verne Company. That's right, complete with a higher carrying capacity and expanded cruising range. So many people from so many different regions gather together for one purpose. Muse, does this mean that all of these people are...
Indeed. Important figures from each one of our neighboring countries. The Kingdom of Liberl, the Principality of Remiferia, and even the Republic of Calvard. And if all goes to plan, we'll have a few special guests from the Bracer Guild and the SSS join us too.
Jawohl. Show me Lloyd, Ellie, Estelle und Joshua. Und gerne auch Cassius. Ich möchte mal, dass wir mal ein Treffen zwischen 2 Schülern von Kaffei haben. Dass Rean und Cassius sich mal treffen, das wäre interessant. Am besten noch, der gibt noch einen dritten, ne? Den wir kennen. Ich weiß nicht mehr, wie der heißt. Der auf jeden Fall ist in den Crossbow spielen. Been about a month, hasn't it? Alright, this is where you escaped from, right, Ash? Wow, this ship is huge. Hey, that's the Bobcat too. Just like Josette said.
So, you showed up after all.
Ah, Brigadier General Wallace. Brigadier General Bardios, you look well.
As do you, Schwarzer. Despite everything General Le Guin and Miss Clotilda tell me you've been through, Your Highness, Lady Angelica, it's a pleasure to have you back safely with us.
Thank you, Brigadier General. We appreciate it. Who would have thought we'd be meeting here on Pantagruel at a time like this?
Agreed. Things have taken a real turn since Ordis's last provincial council. What happens here today could very well change the course of history.
Wow, the course of history? Quite the assemblage then. Indeed it is. In fact, some of our guests have already arrived. Though many of them are simply here to observe.
Follow me, everyone.
He's excited. Ja. Ihr seht nicht, aber hinter meiner Facecam steht Now Loading. Und schon wieder. Geil, Mann. 2D-Perlen. Pentagruel Guest Area. Ja, das kennen wir ja, waren wir schon mal. Haben Elfen befreit. Wow, incredible. Doesn't even begin to describe this place. Actually, haven't you and Instructor Rean been here before, Ellie? It's a bit of a long story, but I shall not reveal the details of his misconduct with education. Rean, what did you do? It was a misunderstanding. I'm not entirely convinced. I'm sure he didn't have impure intentions. That's the whole problem. His heart is too pure. As I've told you before, Rean, nobody likes the goody two-shoes. You got that right. Can you guys just not? We've known for a while of your unsociable ways. Yeah, we already accepted the fact that you're completely clueless about people's feelings, Rean. Rean's got all the luck though. All the bad luck, I'd say. This brings back memories. Rean carried me in his arms once. Alright, I forgot about that. Man, there was a lot going on that day. I doubt anyone here there that they expected that sort of daring escape from you. Wow, that must have been so cool. Rean, you hound. You really can't judge a book by its cover. Guys like you and Lloyd are really something else. Leave some charm for the rest of us, will ya? Instructor Sarah, Tora, requesting permission to burst into tears. Permission denied. This just means everyone likes you, Rean. You're a lucky man, Rean.
Wow. Looks like the party's already started.
Oh God. Das Permission to burst into tears war, wow, das war einer der lustigen Sätze, die in der ganzen Reihe bisher gehört habe.
Kinda feels like this meeting was a long time coming, huh?
Oh Gott.
Well, I'll be.
Took you guys long enough.
Long time no see, Tita.
Have you grown a few, Reach? Or am I imagining things?
Estelle... Joshua... and...
Hello again, Tita. Remember our promise?
Ren!
Aww.
Oh, you guys... You have no idea how happy I am to see you!
Don't you get me started, too.
So melodramatic. And here I thought you two'd have grown out of this by now.
You're one to talk. I can see you getting a little choked up yourself. Seems like you've been holding up pretty well, Agate.
As if there was any doubt. We're making progress, don't get me wrong. But there's still a lot left to take care of.
All the more reason to stay on top of our game from here on.
Oh, Sarah! You're here too!
Nice to see you again. It's been too long.
Man, it sure has. What's it been, like 3 years since you were last here in the Empire? Oh yeah, let me introduce you to Fee. Sup?
Fee? Like, the Fee? That petite powerhouse they keep talking about in all the guild branches?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sylphide. As you can see, we've heard all about the work you've been doing.
You can just call me Fee. I've heard a thing or two about you guys, too. You know, from Agate and Sherazard.
Oh yeah? Trust them to embarrass us like that.
Speaking of Shera, we still don't know where she is, do we?
Not a clue. We know she's still alive, at least. Way I figure, if she was in trouble, she'd contact us with that thing she's got.
Right. It's only been about 2 weeks since we last heard from her.
She left Heimdall altogether just after that, didn't she?
Yeah, I've got all the other Erebony embracers looking out for her too.
Aww.
Nice tackle, Kia. Lloyd, Ellie, I'm glad you guys managed to come.
Of course. We wouldn't miss this.
Oh, I can't help myself. Come here, you two.
Ellie, I can't breathe.
Oh, Tio, I'm so relieved to see you're
It's like his
okay.
name okay.
Yona's been worried about you too, you know.
Oh, you don't say. That's cool. But also, I could really use some air.
Hoo-wee! The dynamic duo's getting bigger and bigger by the day.
Wow, Wendy.
Good to see you, Randy.
Right back at you, Lloyd.
Now hold on a moment. You didn't think I'd just let that little comment of yours slide, did you?
Who's the dynamic duo? Me and Tio? I don't think we got any taller.
Das ist nicht, was er meinte.
No, not a... crap. Forget I said anything, alright?
Shame on you, Randy. There are children here.
And we didn't forget about you, Yuna. Kia's been telling us about all you've been up to.
We heard you helped set Tio free. I'm so proud of you. Well, that was more Class 7 as a whole. It was just part of our mission. As someone who's always looked up to the SSS, it's so great seeing all of you back together again.
What do you mean? You're one of us too, Yuna. Mm-hmm. You're a lot closer to the SSS than you give yourself credit for.
That's right. You carry on the spirit of Prospel in a way all your own.
I think we're all aware of how much you look up to the SSS. But you know what? It goes both ways. We're just as proud of you too, Yuna. Every one of us.
Thank you.
Well, at the very least, you've gotten a bit more tame since the first day you bucked into the branch campus.
Come on, Randy! Let me have my moment! Oh, right! Elisa! Over here!
Hello, Ellie. How are you? I'm so glad you guys finally got the chance to reunite.
Thank you, Elisa. Allow me to congratulate you on your reunion as well.
Aw, thanks.
I suppose I'd better introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. My name is Rean Schwarzer, graduate of Thor's Military Academy, Class 7. Ellie, Estelle, Joshua. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is ours. Elisa's told me quite a bit about you already. Perhaps a bit too much, actually.
Ellie?
We definitely know you by now, after all the stories we've heard. From Tita's letters and Rean. Even Olivier and Toval.
I see. It's no surprise you knew His Highness, but I wasn't aware you knew Toval too.
Yup. We met back on our first trip in Erebonia. He helped us out a bunch. It's good to meet you, Rean. This has definitely been a long time coming. Don't worry. You can loosen up around us. We're the same age, more or less, right?
Got it. I think I'll take you up on that. Looking forward to working with you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
As are we.
Oh.
It's been a while, Lloyd. How have you been?
Busy, to say the least. It's been crazy this past year and a half. I really owe you for your help during Operation Birdcage. I'm sure I'll get the chance to return the favor, though. I get the feeling we're gonna be seeing a lot more of each other. From here on, Rean, we fight on the same side. As equals.
Instructor Rean?
Honestly, I'm not sure I even deserve to shake your hand. I'm sure you've heard about what I've done. The mistake I made.
Rean.
It's my fault that the curse spread throughout not only the Empire, but Crossbell too. It's the same with North Ambria and Jirai as well. Even this awful war with Calvert. I have no idea how I can even begin to apologize.
No, Rean. That's wrong. It's my duty as a detective to look beyond what's on the surface. You want to know what I see? I see that this was all a setup from the very start. Nothing you could have done would have possibly changed the outcome. I see a man who, despite it all, never fell to despair. A man who continues to push back, even at this very moment. Not just for Crossbell, or even Erebonia, but for the world itself and all who reside in it. Within you lies the strength of countless allies, helping you move forward through whatever may come. I'd like the SSS to be a part of that, Rean. To be one of those allies there by your side. Empire or Crossbell, where we're from doesn't matter anymore. Now we're fighting for the world itself. Together.
Lloyd.
This guy, I swear. Now I understand why you look up to him the way you do.
Yep. Told you he was great.
Wow. How am I supposed to follow up a speech like that? I'll gladly take your words to heart. It's good to have you with us, Lloyd. I'll be honest with you, our situation is looking grim. And it's only going to get worse from here. But that's never stopped us before. With you on board, we'll overcome every barrier in our way.
You got it.
Beiden sich echt ähnlich.
That goes for us, too. We Laburlians got your back.
I see you've saved me the trouble of rounding you up.
Le Guin.
Principal Le Guin.
Right on time. Is everything ready?
Is she?
General Aurelia Le Guin, commander of the Viceland Army.
Wow. I can tell this lady's a serious badass.
Ui heißt denn.
That's an understatement. She's one of the greatest swordmasters of our generation.
Bracers of Laburel. Special Support Section. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Aurelia Le Guin. Well met, all of you. I'd love to chat with each of you individually, of course, but time is of the essence. I suspect our other guests are anxious to get things underway.
Die beiden in der Mitte kennen wir ansonsten. Haben wir ein paar random Leute und zwei...
What?
I knew it.
Well, if it isn't the Special Support Section. I do believe it's been around 2 years since our paths last crossed, though it would seem Arios is not with you this time
Stimmt,
around.
Arios war das.
A pleasure to see you again, your lordship.
Our apologies. Arios had some pressing matters to attend to, though he did make sure to send his regards.
Is that so? I suppose I expected as much. A man in his position seldom has any time to spare. Princess Elphin, I bring you my greetings and condolences both. We received news of Emperor Eugen's condition, as well as the tragedy that befell Prince Olivert. I can only imagine the pain this must put you through. You have my deepest sympathies.
And you have my sincerest appreciation, your lordship. I must admit, I didn't expect to be able to meet with you so soon.
Nor did I. A silver lining in the dark cloud that brought us here. Lady Mildine, allow me to thank you once again for the invitation.
The gratitude is ours, your lordship. It's an honor to receive you.
Ha ha! This is quite an extraordinary crowd we have here. Correct me if I'm wrong, SSS, but it was 2 years ago that we last met as well, was it not?
Yes, back at the trade conference.
It's good to see you again, sir.
Princess Alphen, Lady Mildine, I don't believe I've ever formally had the pleasure. Though I suppose in a way we aren't entirely unfamiliar with each other. I had the privilege of meeting your brother, you see, back during the conference.
Ah, yes, he mentioned you before. Pleased to finally make your acquaintance. Knowing you're here helps put into perspective the true scale of Operation Meal Mirage.
It's an honor to have you. We do appreciate you taking the time to come. After all, I'm sure you of all people have been particularly busy of late, President Rocksmith.
What? No way!
So that's how this is gonna go.
I don't even know how to react.
How silly of us. I didn't realize we had neglected to make our introductions.
In that case, allow me to go first.
Albert von Bartholomäus.
I am Albert von Bartholomäus, Grand Prince of the Principality of Remiferia. It's a pleasure to meet you, students and alumni of Thor's Military Academy.
And I'm Samuel Rocksmith, President of the Republic of Calvert. I'm sure I'm the last person you would expect to see here.
Ich habe mir ehrlich gesagt schon gedacht, dass irgendeine Person aus Calvert da sein sollte.
Prince Albert is one thing, but President Rocksmith?
Indeed. And in person, no less.
What's the President of Calvert doing here? We're on the verge of war.
That is exactly why I chose to attend, Machius Regnitz. Ah, and you must be the acting Duke Alberea. And, you're Fee Clausel, correct?
Let me guess. She told you. As I suspected, you work for Calvert's Central Intelligence Department.
Ah, kriegen wir mal offiziell ihren Namen, oder? Ja. Second Lieutenant Kayla. Wie ist ihr Name? Lucy Seiland.
That's right. I'm a second lieutenant in the CID, as well as a member of the Special Force Hercules. Thanks for your help before, by the way.
I'm Lucy Sayland, Private Secretary to the Grand Prince. For those of you we met before, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Now I understand. You were investigating Erebonia's internal affairs to prepare for today's meeting.
Wait, back up a sec. If the heads of Remiferia and Calvert are here, then...
There's only one more big nation we're missing. It would seem they've arrived.
They made it.
Oh, you have got to be shitting me.
Liberl has just as much a stake in this as anyone else, after all.
Ist das Cassius?
Oh!
It's the Princess of Liberl. And beside her...
Man, today's just full of surprises, isn't it?
Ja, wenn Rean schon so reagiert.
Sorry for the delay. I have to say, this is the most luxurious ship I've ever seen.
Thank you once again for inviting us.
Claudia von Auslese. Warum Auslese? Come on. Das ist er. Ja, Lieutenant General Cassius Bright.
My name is Claudia von Auslese. I will be participating on behalf of Queen Alicia II of Liberl. Delighted to make your acquaintance, everyone.
Cassius Bright, Lieutenant General of the Royal Army of Liberl. Unfortunately, we don't really have time for pleasantries. How about we get straight down to business?
Raspo, willkommen. Hallo, hallo. Ja, also ich bin schon ziemlich hype auf die ganzen Leute, die jetzt hier gerade da sind, auch wenn ich die Crossbell und Le Beurre Spiele nicht gespielt habe. Cassius habe ich schon Bock drauf. Ich hoffe, der und Rean sprechen noch. Was, die gehen schon? Was? Nein, bleibt hier. Ich dachte, die kommen jetzt in die Party. Meine Party ist halt noch nicht groß genug. This feels more like a summit than an informal meeting of concerned parties. Yeah, but Juices and Angelica must have known this was coming, right? Yes, music planned to include representatives from powers outside Albonia right from the beginning. Dazu ist gedeckt mit keinem Spoiler, ich sage auch nicht. Sehr gut. Much appreciated. So we had no idea who exactly would be invited or in attendance. Turns out Operation Mill Mirage has many influential backers. Bakers? Ja, die Operation hat viele einflussreiche Bäcker. Die haben immer lecker Brot bei ihren Meetings auf jeden Fall. And the Lieutenant General of Le Beurre is among them. He's among us. Kinda sus. Cassius Bright. And the tactical genius who stopped the tactical genius who stopped the Empire invasion during the 100 Days War. After the war, he left the army and worked as a bracer for a while. He and my father were good friends. I think I remember something involving them around 4 years ago. Right, when multiple Erebonian branches of the guild were blown up. When the anomaly started in Le Beurre, he rejoined the army. Now he's having a friendly chit-chat with the president of Calvert, whose country is about to get invaded by Erebonia. But Muse is an excellent matchmaker. She even reached out to Remifaria. Wow. Remifaria is in a similar situation as Le Beurre right now. The Empire is pressuring both of them to allow the army safe passage through. Neither are particularly willing to do so, but they fear retaliation should they decline. Refusal should be construed as siding with Calvert. Small nations can't afford to be assertive against the overwhelming power of the belligerent Erebonia. Yeah, that'll probably be the main topic of discussion today, I think. While those nations can't openly oppose the Empire, we, along with Wazard and the Special Support Section, are more free to take action. This is a good opportunity to speak with the other parties involved. Not just Le Beurre and Crossbell, but Remifaria and even Calvert too. Indeed, there's no better time for us to exchange information. It's also the ideal time to speak one's mind freely. After discussions have concluded, I'd like to speak to the Grand Prince and the President myself. You've got guts, I'll give you that. Though I wouldn't mind exchanging a few words with them either. And I'd like to talk with Ellie first time. And Crown Princess Claudia too. Seriously, well, I guess this is your best shot at getting close to her. By the way, Ash, don't you and Joshua go way back? Look, that ain't confirmed and I don't really remember him. Aber ich sage nicht so viel, wenn ich sage, dass einer der epischsten Parts gerade spielt. Kann ich mir vorstellen. Kann ich mir sehr gut vorstellen. Das ist, also, es wirkt halt, also das Spiel hat halt so diesen typischen Aufbau. Du hast am Anfang quasi diese Down-Phase, wo alle komplett am Down. Sie mussten Rean finden, es sind nur die 3 aus der Klasse 7 sind da und so weiter. Dann finden sie langsam, baut sich langsam auf, sie finden immer mehr Leute. Und das ist jetzt quasi so die Spitze von dem, hey, wir finden unsere Leute wieder zusammen. Und von dort an, mal gucken, wie es danach weitergeht. Mich würde nicht wundern, wenn es danach nochmal einen Downpunkt gibt, einen kleinen. Quasi so, dass die nochmal ein bisschen am Boden der Tatsachen gedrückt werden. Mal gucken. So, you two might want to talk and clear things up. Yeah, that's what this thing's all about, isn't it? It's going to be a dinner after the main talks. We can talk about more personal stuff then. The principal invited us here, so there's no point in acting like wallflowers. Yes, let's make the most of it. Oh, ich kann nicht mit jedem sprechen gehen. I should go around and talk to the attendees myself. I definitely want to check in with both from Liberl and Crossbow. Might as well talk to the representative from Calvert and Remifaria too, while I'm at it. The party has temporarily disbanded. The main story will progress once you see the required sub-events.